Hello, my beautiful darlings, my little stars, my perfections. How you are doing? I hope you are fine. Everything's fine with you, and you feel great, optimistic, and fine all the time. Well, guys, let's talk a little bit, and I would like to talk about one interesting idea, which how can I say? Which I already touched it a little bit, but I want to clarify another idea connecting with that idea. And okay, just let me explain what I'm talking about. Well, I'm talking, why is it so cold? I'm talking about um, the idea of mm, the difference mm, between guilt and uh, what is it in English? And being in charge for something, or and responsibility. Yes, the difference between this. So, oftentimes, like how can I say? People not like this feeling, but I mean to say that they think that uh, someone is guilty, and they try to find guilty people in the situation, and this feeling of guilt. Uh, this idea is actually, first of all, this is a terrible feeling. I think this is one of the most terrible feelings when you feel guilty. Uh, I think this is terrible. Even feeling for example, actually, what is it? Guilt. Guilt. This is a feeling of aggressiveness, which towards yourself. So you see, okay. Actually, this is the same feeling as aggressiveness, but when you feel aggressiveness towards another person, so I don't want to say that this is better, but I mean to say that aggressiveness, when you feel aggressiveness towards yourself, well, this is the worst, I think. So what does it mean? So you feel guilty, so you feel that you did something wrong, and you feel okay. Aggressiveness, this feeling is towards another person. You feel like another person did something wrong, and you feel aggressiveness, this, or angry, feel angry about another person. So you put this aggressiveness to another person. I'm not saying, guys, that I'm for that. I'm actually for living in peace, and just not feeling anger at all towards anyone. But we are all human beings, right? And we sometimes can feel it. So feelings, this is something that, especially when we are on the beginning of our spiritual progress, something that we cannot control. Actually, we can control the feelings, but this is a long story how you can learn it. You need to learn how to do this. You cannot just learn it, like one day, and this is not as simple. So, and okay, just let me just continue. mm, Aggressiveness, okay, so, and guilt, this is the same, but I already explained you the difference between them. So, but what I want to say is that guilty the feeling of guilt actually uh, cannot be even can be absent, like uh, when you understand that no one is guilty, but there are also only people who are responsible. So in this case, I think it's much more, I don't know, wise and spiritual and consciousness, because feeling guilt, this is a negative feeling. Responsibility, this is a positive feeling. The situation can be one and the same, but in both cases you feel like different feelings. Like in the first case you feel guilty, so you feel like uh, uh, this is a terrible feeling. But in the other case, you just say, okay, yeah, so no one is guilty. I'm not guilty. Another person is not guilty. So you do not feel this aggressiveness towards no one. And you just feel responsibility, and you say, doesn't matter. Is it your responsibility or is it someone else's responsibility? And actually, in most cases, it's everyone's responsibility. Just it depends on. It's a long story again, but I think you know what I mean. So, for example, if someone person, so if a person does something or says something, so it's totally his responsibility, right? For taking these actions, and but your responsibility is how you take it. So just get me right. So if you um, push aggressiveness towards aggressiveness, in this case, this is already your responsibility too. I mean that uh, you make the situation even worse. So, okay, the person, just let everyone make their own choices, their own decisions, because decision each decision has its own consequences, right? And just a person, when he or she takes a decision, um, they just will feel those consequences. That's all, and this is very natural law. And so you should not care about it. Just, but you should care about how you personal. This is your already responsibility. So, like these three things go hand in hand. Like your choice or your decision. Three main decisions. I made the videos, guys. Please check. Decisions about how you feel about the situation, what actions are you taking, and what do you want, so what future results you want to achieve. So these three main decisions that we make, and decision go hand in hand with responsibility. So you the right moment when you take this responsibility, you start to be responsible for that and for the result as well. And well, and yeah, and there are consequences. So these three things just go hand in hand: responsibility, so decision, responsibility, and consequences. So, and that's it. This is this is theoretical. This is very simple, of course, but of course, this is not as simple in practice. When, especially when we cannot control our emotions, we feel angry, etc., etc. We start blaming everyone. But spiritual growth, I already told you guys, is the process of how not to feel negative feelings and how to be positive all the time. In this case, you should change your perception of the world, that no one is guilty, not you, not others. And so, in this case, you will not feel these negative feelings. You just will perceive, percept, everything, and take everything that is happening with you, just like an observer. So, and in this case, nothing can touch you, nothing can scare you. Nothing can, uh, I don't know, make you feel bad, if I can say so. Yeah, guys. The goal is very high. So, guys, I love you with all my heart. Be yourself, be limitless, live life on your high quality terms, and remember, you're the best. You deserve the best.